Hello, good day to everyone. For today's content, let's try to have the saints of the day. So January 25, we have Saints Timothy and Titus. They are pagan and converted by Saint Paul and become bishops. So they followed Saint Paul and leave the gospel and become the preacher, bishops, as the um, preached in the respective place where Saint Paul assigned them. Okay, so hope you watch the video till the end, and may we learn something from the people um, 2000 years ago as they become witness. Hopefully we learn something as we try to become holy every day. God bless you all.
The story and history of Saint Timothy. Timothy was a convert of Saint Paul. He was born at Lystra in Asia Minor. His mother was a Jewess, but his father was a pagan, and though Timothy had read the scriptures from his childhood, he had not been circumcised as a Jew. On the arrival of Saint Paul at Lystra, the youthful Timothy, with his mother and grandmother, eagerly embraced the faith. 7 years later, when the apostle again visited the country, the boy had grown into manhood, while his good heart, his austerities, and zeal had won the esteem of all around him, and holy men were prophesying great things of the fervent youth. Saint Paul at once saw his fitness for the work of an evangelist. Timothy was forthwith ordained, and from that time became the constant and much beloved fellow worker of the apostle. In company with Saint Paul he visited the cities of Asia Minor and Greece, at one time hastening on in front as a trusted messenger, at another lingering behind to confirm in the faith some recently founded church. Finally, he was made the first bishop of Ephesus, and here he received the two epistles which bear his name, the first written from Macedonia and the second from Rome, in which Saint Paul from his prison gives vent to his longing desire to see his dearly beloved son, if possible, once more before his death. Saint Timothy himself, not many years after the death of Saint Paul, won his martyr's crown at Ephesus. As a child, Timothy delighted in reading the sacred books, and to his last hour he would remember the parting words of his spiritual father. Attend lectionae, apply yourself to reading. The story and history of Saint Titus. Titus was a convert from paganism, a disciple of Saint Paul, one of the chosen companions of the apostles in his journey to the Council of Jerusalem, and his fellow laborers in many apostolic missions. From the second epistle which Saint Paul sent by the hand of Titus to the Corinthians we gain an insight into his character and understand the strong affection which his master bore him. Titus had been commissioned to carry out a twofold office needing much firmness, discretion, and charity. He was to be the bearer of a severe rebuke to the Corinthians, who were giving scandal and were wavering in their faith, and at the same time he was to put their charity to a further test by calling upon them for abundant alms for the church at Jerusalem. Saint Paul meanwhile was anxiously awaiting the result. At Troas he writes, "I had no rest in my spirit, because I found not Titus, my brother." He set sail to Macedonia. Here at last Titus brought the good news. His success had been complete. He reported the sorrow, the zeal, the generosity of the Christians, until the apostle could not contain his joy, and sent back to them his faithful messenger with the letter of comfort from which has been quoted. Titus was finally left as a bishop in Crete, and here he, in turn, received the epistle which bears his name, and here at last he died in peace in AD 107 in Gordon,